Back with another album review. And today's review is on Minutes to Midnight from Linkin Park. This is the third studio album from Linkin Park, and it serves as the follow-up to Meteora. It's also Linkin Park's first time stepping away from nu metal to focus primarily on alternative rock and alternative metal, with some elements of hard rock and rap rock. The title comes from the Doomsday Clock. In case you haven't noticed, this is the first Linkin Park album to have a parental advisory warning on the label. Now, the band started working on this album in 2003 when they took a break to tour in support of Meteora in 2004. During this time, Chester Bennington started up a rock supergroup called Dead by Sunrise, and Mike Shinoda had a side project called Fort Minor. This resulted in Minutes to Midnight being temporarily shelved. Eventually, Linkin Park returned to work on this album. The album was recorded between January of 2006 and February of 2007. It was recorded at the mansion in Laurel Hills, the mansion in Laurel Canyon, and NRG Recordings in North Hollywood. It was produced by both Mike Shinoda and Rick Rubin. In previous reviews, I mentioned that Rick has also worked with Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave. Now, the album was released on May 14th, 2007, under Warner Brothers Records and Machine Shop Recordings. This album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. It was later certified 4 times platinum in the US, selling over 4 million copies, and up selling over 20 million copies worldwide. So it wasn't that successful as the band's first 2 albums. Right in line that Chester Bennington said in an interview that the album is, quote, a mix of punk, classic rock, and hip-hop standards. He later added that, quote, Rick has brought more of a stripped-down classic rock and hip-hop kind of feel. Now, some of this album ended up getting mixed reviews, but I'll talk about that later. Now, to discuss the songs, the album starts with Wake, which is fully instrumental and sets the tone for the album. The next song is Given Up. Now, the song was released as a single on March 3rd, 2008. This is known for being the heaviest song on the album. Also known for Chester Bennington's 17-second long scream before the final chorus, along with a steady guitar riff for each chorus. Another thing that should be mentioned is that the Linkin Park song, the second most amount of swearing. The song that did with the most swearing in it is When They Come For Me, but I'll talk about that next time. The song is also used in the trailers for the movie Crank 2, High Voltage. Speaking of which, Chester Bennington actually had cameos in both the Crank movies. What's funny is that his character's name in the first movie was Pharmacy Stoner. In the second movie, his character's name was just Hollywood Park Guy. The song ended up getting a music video that consists of live performances of the band. It was directed by Mike Fiore, and I'll post a link in the description. It's also my favorite song on the album. The third song is Leave Out All the Rest. The song was later released as a single on July 14th, 2008, in the US. It was released on July 14th, 2008 in the UK, and in the US the following day. One thing I need to point out is that the song in particular has a combination of various synths and samples with raw guitars, drums, and powerful vocals. The song has a music video that is directed by Joe Hahn. It's set in a futuristic sci-fi setting, depicting the daily lives of the band as if they lived in space. The video took a lot of inspiration from the 2007 sci-fi film Sunshine, and I'll post a link to the video in the description. After that is Bleed It Out. The song was released as a single on August 17th, 2007. What needs to be mentioned is that this is the first of 2 songs on this album to feature rap vocals from Mike Shinoda. The other being Hands Held High, but I'll get to that later. The song does have a similar structure to Faint, since both songs are short with rapped vocals and a sung chorus, in addition to being about frustration. Joe Hahn ended up directing the music video for the song. Footage of the video was filmed and reversed, though the band were filmed in front of a green screen to make it look like they were playing regularly. I'll post a link to the video in the description. What's sad is that this was the last song that Linkin Park performed live for Chester Bennington's untimely death. And after this song is Shadow of the Day. The song ended up getting released as a single on October 16th, 2007. When recording the song, the band experimented with different versions of the keyboard loop before making a decision on which one to use for the final version. The music video for the song was directed by Joe Hahn. It's set during a large-scale civil unrest in America. The video also shows Chester Bennington waking up and noticing that his alarm clock reads 11:55, and the doomsday clock is shown. He also shows a riot taking place with the SWAT team opening fire on and causing people to retreat. What he mentions that the video ended up winning the award for Best Rock Video at 2008 MTV Video Music Awards. I'll post a link in the description. The next song is What I've Done. The song was released as a single on April 2nd, 2007, which was over a month before the album was released. The song in particular is featured on the soundtrack to the 2007 Transformers movie, though I haven't seen any of those movies. Joe Hahn directed the music video for the song. It is filmed in the California desert and shows stock footage of various social and environmental issues, and I'll post a link in the description. Hands Held High comes after that, and I mentioned this second song on the album to feature rap vocals from Mike Shinoda. No More Sorrow comes next. And the song single that was released on April 14th, 2008. It needs to be mentioned that the song has an instrumental intro followed by Chester singing. There's also a music video, and I'll post a link to that in the description. After that is a song called Valentine's Day, which is also the name of a holiday that I haven't celebrated since 2006. In Between and In Pieces come after that, and the album ends with The Little Things Give You Away. And one thing I need to mention is that the iTunes version of this album has 2 bonus tracks titled No Roads Left and Across the Line. Overall, this album is just alright. It's not as good as Linkin Park's first 2 albums, but don't get me wrong, because this album does have some good songs on it. If you want to check it out, then go for it. That's all I have to say on this album. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. Leave a comment if you like. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on Saturday with another review.